Yeah, what's up, y'all? This is Black Critique again with another subject. This one's going to be a little bit different. This is something that's like kind of grinding my gears right now. So the person who you see right here, if you're not familiar, his name is Pop Smoke. Um, he was killed a little while ago. You know, probably some gang shit. I'm not into it. I think it was something like that. Probably some haters or some gang shit. Who knows? But that's not what I'm talking about right now. That's not the subject. What I want to talk about right now is basically his music. Like I like his flow. He's all right and things like that. As far as like how he raps and things like that. Is the content that I can't stand. Right. The content that I can't stand. Keep talking about light skinned women and how light skinned women look good and all this other shit and stuff like that is more coonish colorism shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I know I'm gonna get a lot of kickback for it. I got kickback for it even just talking to everyday people because he's dead. It's like, oh, don't respect the dead or whatever. I was like, okay, if you did something good, you did something good. You do something stupid, it's still stupid if you're dead. You know what I'm saying? This is a problem that a lot of black people we have, and I just can't stand like they promoting all these things about black people being like, I mean, I'm just kind of like lost for words right now because it's like I listen on the radio and he has like two songs that's really popular, and in each song in the chorus it's not even like in one of the verses. It's the chorus. Both songs in the chorus talk about how a light skinned woman looks good and all this other stuff, right? When all black women are equally beautiful, gorgeous, right? You know what happened back in the day? The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. The darker the flesh, the deeper the roots. Like, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. We didn't really do that as far as like dividing up beauty, even though that is a stigma within black society, right? But we all know that we shouldn't be doing that to each other. So the lyrics in the song I really don't like. It gets stuck in my head. And you know how a song gets stuck in your head if you like it or not. It bothers you, but it bothers me even more because I don't like what's being promoted on the radio. You know, it's like how is supposed to a brown skin or a dark skin woman supposed to feel? And the dude is dark skinned. He's a brown skin, dark skinned dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a brown skin, dark skinned dude. So you know this is a form of self hate, right? You know what I'm saying? Fine. You hate your black ass? Fine. You want to be around light skinned women and white women and stuff like that? Fine, that's you. But the fact that that's being broadcast on the radio in syndication every day is a problem. You can't say nigga on TV. You can't say bitch on TV. You can't degrade people on TV. You can't say anything about homosexuals in any way, shape, or form. But as usual, we could always degrade ourselves in some way, form, or fashion that is acceptable to to the dominant society, to white society. So this is just a horrible thing that I just hate. So basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the lyrics. If you don't know what I'm talking about, right? So one of the lyrics is called "Hello." All right. So you see Enrique going crazy again, yada yada yada. It said, I like my bitches red bone, ass fat, jello, light skin, yellow, iced out, hello. I'm the king of New York, mellow, black hair by the Regis and Pillow. Ask around, niggas know about me. I'm a Europe boy. Like, so the dude thinks he's white. You know what I'm saying? Dudes think he's white. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the dude is young. A lot of our youth is young-minded. You know, well, that sounds stupid. A lot of youth, of course, they're young-minded, but young-minded in the ways that if they don't have knowledge of themselves or who they are. Like everything is being forced in front of them. In front of them is anti-blackness. So we know the American standard of beauty is white, blonde hair, blue eyes. If you're black, the lighter the better. If you're black, right, the dark skin and brown skin women will get pushed out there. They don't get pushed out there. The women that get pushed out there are black women that are light complexion trying to mimic non-blackness. You know what I'm saying? Those are the black women I put out there. So Beyonce's or like women like that's always being pushed out there, and all these other things. Nicki Minaj's. There's nothing Afrocentric about these women at all whatsoever. They're just women copying white women. They all try to look like Paris Hilton, you know? So it's just disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It's very problematic. It's a problem we have within black society. So the second song he has here, I believe it's called Diana. People know about other names. You know what I'm saying? So it says shorty light skin, woo, tatted fat ass. You need my number and that's that. And you see the right here, bitch here. I'm sorry, black hair, bob, nice teeth, smile. I like your style. I like your shorty light skin, woo, tatted, and all this other stuff. So more of him just saying like, hey, look, light skinned women, I love them, I like them, or whatever, right? But again, I don't like people trying to say, well, oh, it's a preference. Not within black society. Not within black society. Not in Indian and Asia society, because we have unfortunately a caste system of colorism, right? The darker, the worse you are. The lighter, the better you are, right? We were both controlled and influenced by European powers, by Britain mostly, and things like that. So our whole vernacular, how we interact with each other, because we adopted a lot of the English language and cultures and things like that, by default, black is bad. So we're bad and things of that nature. So this is something that is a part of our society. Is not due to preference. It's due to brainwashing. It's due to you growing up in a society where it's tailored to you to love yourself or appreciate yourself. You know what I'm saying? So all you're gonna have in your videos is like, and he makes no qualms about it. You know what I'm saying? He's having nothing but white chicks in his video, or Hispanic chicks, anything than a Lupita looking woman in his videos. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, the song was stuck in my head. I had to make a video. I had to vent about this. I just find it disgusting. And like I said, it has to be self-hatred. So he must hate how he looks. He must hate his mother. He must hate his father. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I don't know how something like this could be publicized and no one don't say anything about it. Like I said, I'm not. Maybe someone is talking about it or whatever, but I haven't heard anything about it yet. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard anything about it yet. You know what I'm saying? About anyone really taking it to task. And like I said, maybe because, the brother's passed, so he's like, oh, don't say anything and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like this is a problem that we have in our society, and it's like we're digging it up again and we're just letting it air out and no one's really saying anything. So he got another one joint right here, Billie Jean, Billie Jean. And I'm like, okay, why are you saying Billie Jean, Billie Jean? It's kind of weird. This is just my hypothesis. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, saying Billie Jean, that's a Michael Jackson line, whatever. So I was like, you know what? Let me look at that Billie Jean video again. And this is what I found. Interesting. So when you look at the video of Billie Jean, you don't see a woman. These are the only women you see. So I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? That's my correlation. That's how I'm thinking. You have all beautiful black women in every shade, but he's only concentrated on that. And that's why I'm saying this is colorism. This is not a preference. This is colorism. If there wasn't colorism in our culture, unfortunately, that was forced upon us, then, okay, yeah, sure. That's just his preference. But it's not a preference. You have beautiful, dark skinned, black skinned women in that are just drop dead gorgeous, that are, let's say, like, I wouldn't say more beautiful than a light skinned or dark skinned woman, but you cannot say there aren't beautiful dark skinned women that are gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? Features varies or whatever. But is there a dark skinned woman that looks way better than light skinned women? Yeah. And vice versa. Is there a brown skinned woman that looks better than a dark skinned woman? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just depending on their physical features. But we can't make blanket statements and say that, oh, she light skinned. Oh, she light skinned. Oh my gosh, she look good. She light skinned. It's like, it's, and y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just hear his own music. His name is Pop Smoke or whatever, right? So I'm just trying to just, air this out, grind, because it really grinds my gears, and I just don't like when people dehumanize us or say bad things about us. It hurts me even more and gets me even more upset when our own people do it to each other. Still have to, as a society, to keep pushing that black is beautiful in every shade, but in my opinion, especially the darker shade. So me, I'm like brown skin, caramel, around that range. But I have people in my family, of course, that are very light skinned. I have people in my family that are very dark skinned. Within my family, we don't make a distinction between dark and light. But hey, that's just my family. We all black, right? And but when you go into black society and you see things like this here, where, right now, this is a whole different subject, but right now, if you're going to be black and acceptable or quote unquote photogenic, you have to look white, right? Now, the new black or mulattoes, saying someone that's half black, half white. So we keep getting further away from ourselves, and we having the on white society dictate what is beautiful to us, which is not us, which is, hey, you can look more than that. This is just more of a post-traumatic slave syndrome that we're going through. Now him, Pop Smoke, his girl, obvious, what I'm saying, this is what he likes. You like what you like. But let's be honest here, we know that's coming from a place of self-hate and living in America, where in entertainment and media, all you see is the standard of beauty. So when you look in the mirror, you see that ain't you. So you know what? I'm going to get me something that's not closer to me, something to what the status quo says what's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So, So you got these, there's always, most of the times, when we got black men or women that are like this, they're very dark skinned or brown skinned people, and they're just proud just to have either a white girl or a light skinned woman. I feel, in my opinion, if this brother was still alive, he just probably just moves on to a white girl. You know what I'm saying? At this rate, you know what I'm saying? So this is not nothing like, oh, that's just his preference. No, this is something more pervasive and more deep seated than a person having a preference, especially when he just publicizes that and no one checks him, like, yo, what's all this light skinned chick stuff, bro? Like, what's going on? Now they're gonna say, oh, well, I heard someone say, well, oh yeah, he in one of the songs, he said, oh, dark skinned women too. But to me, that's like a backpedaling thing, right? So even if you mention it in one of your verses, the majority of the songs talk about how you like light skinned women. You know what I'm saying? So, and I also heard he probably made mention, is like, oh yeah, he did a song for dark skinned women. To me, that's like an apologetic rap, because he probably got a lot of, you know, kickback for all this light skin shit. But I just want to say, I just want to just get this out there. If it isn't out there, if no one's talking about it, I kind of want to just open up the conversation to people really start, having this conversation about colorism in the black community that we're still fighting. And it's a fight that I don't understand, well, me personally, I don't understand, but I do understand why the fight is there. and why we have to keep up that fight is just very frustrating. And I want to give a light to something to where people are not really talking about it, or it's like, no, let's not talk about that, or they may be ashamed of, or stuff like that. Like me personally, I make it my business as a black man. Every time I see a woman and her hair is done naturally, I say, oh, wow, sister, I love your hair. You know what I'm saying? The more Afro it is, the more African it is, the better. You know what I'm saying? I always go on my way to make sure that, because number one, that woman probably she has enough confidence, right? Two, and I'm thinking maybe because of how our people are, she's probably gonna get as much compliments as she would if she was a a woman that's had like long hair, long stringy horse hair, like Beyonce and all these other people. Like, oh girl, that look good. What's that? Oh, like like that eggs me. You know what I'm saying? She should just get as just as good as those compliments as she would trying to look like a white girl. But I just want to get that out there. Thank you for listening. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and peace.